Well, it's been a little while since I posted a ramble video, but I recently saw a video a good friend of mine posted on YouTube. And it's just a vlog, and it's just a ramble, and I got a lot out of it. It was a chance to catch up with the guy. Um, it's something I thought that maybe some people out there would like to catch up with me a little bit. So. Um, It's been, like I said, a while since I rambled into a camera and put it up for the world to see. When I used to do it, they were usually politically motivated videos. Back then, I was a lot more politically active than I am now. I think I don't know. I don't hold the same ideals that I used to. Well, the ideals are still the same, but I don't imagine that there's some way for a person to make those ideals a reality anymore. I think the more you focus on learning about how politics really works in America, the less hope you have for actually making a meaningful change. So I've sort of stopped being all politically active, and I think that's probably why I haven't posted a video in a while. Um, I mean, like I said, I still sort of hold a lot of the ideals that you'll see if you rifle through some of my older videos. Um, but yeah, I've learned to compromise, and I've seen what government has become, and I'm trying to focus on trying to see that as a good thing in as many ways as I possibly can. Um, anyways, yeah. So over the past few years, I've been pretty busy. Um, Last time I made a video, I was uh, I was working security at a casino here in Reno, and I was doing some other stuff. I think it was I was I was working as a pool monitor for a little while, and anyways, I quit. I quit working in the spring of last year, January of last year, and um, it was kind of a gamble because I'm relying on the GI Bill for a living, and I went for it, and I just went to school full time and quit working. And for me, that's the reason why I say that's a gamble. I mean, normally I wouldn't worry about it too much. I just like find a cheap living situation and just go for it. But I have a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm renting that because I want to make sure that when my daughter is staying with me, she has a room to call her own. Um, so so I've got support that I need to give, um, and so it was a big gamble, but I went for it, and it worked out okay. Um, it worked out really well, actually, because the fact that I freed up so much time by quitting made it so that I could pursue a grant last year uh, that I wouldn't have pursued if I was still working. And I won that grant, and I was able to participate in a biofuels research project. Um, I made something that is very close to coal out of wood. I turned a woody biomass, into something very much like coal, with about the same average energy content as coal. And I did my research well enough to where my project was selected out of the 30-some projects that won the grant. There were 6 projects that were selected as bright star projects, and those researchers got to present to an audience of potential mentors at the Desert Research Institute, and I wound up, in the end, bottom line, I got a paying job working in biofuels research. So I'm glad that I decided to take that gamble. I've been working really hard. I've been busy. And I just got this in the mail. Wanted to show you guys. It's my associate degree. I know it's not really that meaningful. Because there are a lot more degrees that I want to get. That's the beginning, though. I'm shooting for a mechanical engineering bachelor at UNR, and I really want to get into teaching kids. I want to get kids excited about science. I don't necessarily want to be in a classroom environment. I think that I can gain a lot of good experience from being in a classroom type environment. That I could learn what it is that excites kids about science. What I want to do, though, is make videos. I want to make exciting science videos that get kids excited about science, and explain complex physical phenomena in ways that kids can understand. And I take a lot of inspiration from Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'd like to be just like him someday. So, anyways, I'm going to go for that bachelor degree, probably pursue some graduate work after that. But mainly after I get my bachelor, I think I'm going to be taking a lot of just random science classes to get a well-rounded background in science. And I don't know. I'm thinking I'm so in love with mechanics and physics in general that I might just wind up trying to get a graduate degree in physics of some kind. But I'm also still very much a classicist when it comes to education, and I'd like to learn more about the languages of the classics and study them more in depth. So I'm also considering doing some graduate work in classics or in liberal arts. Just because, if I get a bachelor in mechanical engineering, that might open the door for a good paying job. And that's why I'm focusing on it first. But once I start getting money rolling in, I can afford to go to school for my hobby, my interest, which is the languages of the classics and the classics themselves. So that's sort of a passion of mine. Anyways, yeah, it's been good catching up. I hope everyone else is doing well too. Feel free to allow this video to be sort of a conversation starter. If you want to put a comment below, we can catch up a little bit more.